Um, what is this urban doom loop?
That's the idea that the industrial dislocation that's happening in the center of cities resulting from remote work is going to potentially kick off a spiral of negative activity. So the first part of it starts when you have a decline in value of commercial buildings, which are no longer as valuable because of remote work. That then impacts tax revenue that cities earn. It reduces the commuting flow of people willing to come to the center of the city. That affects the transit system, the earnings of local businesses, and the decline in the resulting revenue for the city therefore impacts service provision, raises taxes, and that can encourage more people to leave the city. That can then further worsen the urban environment.
Are you optimistic that many buildings can be converted into apartments, for instance?
It's a very challenging prospect because of the floor layouts and the zoning issues and the building regulation issues, but it's something that cities should look at very closely because it's a potential way of addressing and mitigating the negative consequences of remote work and the effects that that's had on these commercial office buildings.
Which kind of New York City do you expect, let's say, in 5 years' time?
It's possible that we're going to live in a city that's more about consumption rather than about work. That has maybe a few more residents here that are coming to be attracted by the prospect of living in an exciting, vibrant city where people don't have to be here but choose to.
Do you think that hybrid work is here to stay or is just a temporary phenomenon?
I think that's something we need to see. It's possible that over time we look around and realize that the benefits of being in person are greater than we thought. I think it's also possible that new startups that are exploring remote work from the get-go are going to expand and grow in the economy, and we might be doing even more remote work in the future.
Thank you.
The main pillars of the New York plan are: one, create in our commercial districts vibrant 24/7 destinations. Secondly, make it easier for people to get where they need to go, however and wherever they work. And third, we need inclusive growth, growth that needs to be based on our competitive advantages, but also needs to be fair for every New Yorker. The fact that the large percentage of the offices are vacant will definitely have an impact, but we can overcome it. And we can overcome it by following this strategy, this three-part strategy, and that in part will include converting offices to residential. The key thing is making the streets more vibrant and growing, and if we do, we'll be just fine. You know, after 9/11, everyone said New York was going to go back to the bad old days of the 1970s when I think 800,000 people left the city. 13 major corporations left the city in 1 year. And it didn't happen because we had a plan and people believed in it and we were able to execute on it, giving confidence to people to invest in the city. And that's what needs to happen, and that's what this plan tries to do.